So now I want to play a game. I want you to pick out the criminal here. It's called Who's the Criminal? Or Find the Criminal. There it is. Is it Assange? Is it Corzine? Who's the criminal? Who do you pick? Do you pick the guy who whistleblowed about war crime secrets? Or do you pick the guy who sold billions of dollars out of his customers' segregated accounts? Well, my pick's on Jon Corzine. Unfortunately, as reported by Zero Hedge, it's not. It's Assange. So the United States won't prosecute Corzine for raiding segregated customers' accounts, but it will happily convene a grand jury in preparation for prosecuting Julian Assange for exposing the truth about war crimes. And this is from the New York Times. I'm going to that New York Times quote now. A criminal investigation into the collapse of the brokerage firm MF Global and its disappearance of about $1 billion in customer money is now headed into its final stage without charges expected against any top executives. After 10 months of stitching together evidence on the firm's demise, criminal investigators are concluding that chaos and porous risk controls at the firm rather than fraud allowed the money to disappear, according to the people involved in the case. And then let's go back to that other graphic real quick. Corzine is considering opening a new hedge fund, though the notion that anyone, even a slack-jawed muppet, happy to buy whatever Goldman prop traders want to sell would cede Corzine money so he can trade or steal it away seems rather absurd, rather like putting a child molester in charge of the daycare. And I think Zero Hedge hit it right on the head with that remark. How could you trust this guy after this when he claims he knew nothing about it, when he did know, and then we find out the money went to J.P. Morgan? There you go. But he's not a criminal, and this is going to flashback. Actually, we're going to go to this Yahoo News story that came out just a couple days ago from the Atlantic Wire. No one will be charged with a crime for the MF Global collapse. And, of course, the company's bankruptcy is a result of incompetence rather than theft, and that won't make those who were burned feel any better, nor will it help ease the fears that anti-Wall Street types already believe the financial industry is a wasteland of greed and corruption. Those waiting to see the bankers and traded hauled away in handcuffs are going to have to wait a little bit longer. And so, you know, it was incompetence. We're stupid. This is the meme we always see. Either they didn't know it was going to happen, or they weren't prepared, and it's either we're too stupid or we didn't know. It's never we did it intentionally. It's always one of those two things. Now I want to flash back to a Goldman Sachs article. Why Goldman Sachs and other Wall Street titans are not being prosecuted. The Justice Department's decision not to prosecute Goldman Sachs in a financial fraud probe is another sign of cronyism that has kept Attorney General Eric Holder from taking action against other big Wall Street firms, says Peter Schweitzer. And Thursday's announcement that there will be no prosecutions should hardly come as a surprise. In 2008, Goldman Sachs employees were among Obama's top campaign contributors, giving a combined total of over $100,000. Eric Holder's former law firm, Covington & Burling, also counts Goldman as one of its clients. Furthermore, in 2011, when the Senate Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations issued a scathing report detailing Goldman's suspicious abacus deal, several Goldman executives and their families began flooding Obama coffers with donations, giving a maximum of $35,800. So that's why they're not going to be looked at, because they are on the inside track, and you are a slave lemming. Therefore, anything you do will be white glove. Take Mark Cuban, for example. He just made a couple trades, and he was investigated. Why? Well, because he came out against 9/11. Against the official story of 9/11, not against 9/11 truth. He was actually going to put out a movie that was very critical of the government and actually saying that they planned it, took part in it, or knew it that it was going to happen, and didn't do anything about it, which we all know it's one of those three scenarios. And so that's what happens when you're not on the inside. You get to skate away, you get to steal billions of dollars, and nothing happens to you. But you steal a TV or a pair of Nike shoes, they're going to throw the book at you and make you a slave inside the prison industrial complex.